Hi, my name is Jared Lewis. My most defining trait is my curiosity. And because of that, I'm a little worried by the statement or saying, curiosity killed the cat. So I was struggling with this because, I don't want to die, but I love curiosity, or I love being curious. And so my girlfriend and I figured out a couple loopholes. First of all, my spirit animal is a golden retriever. So cats, they're like interested in other people's stuff or whatever, just like other people's business, but golden retrievers are interested in the world around us. And so I love asking questions about the world and getting answers. And so a couple subjects that I've enjoyed exploring throughout my life are like just mechanical components. So I used to pull out all my toys as a little kid, music, because I grew up in music, and travel, because I love other cultures. So as a little kid, I was probably 5 years old. I was taking apart my Hot Wheel track sets, and I don't know if you guys ever had Hot Wheels, but I had this thing where it has two spinning wheels and a motor in it, and you stick your car in there and it shoots it through, he knows. And I took it apart and tried to see how it worked. And I remember like finding the motor and hooking it up to the battery and making it spin and being really excited about that. And I took apart the motor and saw some copper coils and magnets inside of there, and it blew my mind as a kid because it's not really, you don't really see things spinning in there. It's just some copper coils and magnets, which I just learned how it works a couple years ago since I'm a mechanical engineer now. But I also love music. So I have lots of stories about toys I've pulled apart, but I can't tell them for time's sake. But I love music. So I grew up playing violin, and so that got me into the classical world, and I love music theory, which is great since I grew up in the classical world. You get to do a lot of music theory. And I even got into, all types of genres. So I mean, throughout middle school, I got into Screamo, and I remember trying to tell my mom, like explain my mom, hey, this stuff is really cool and fun, and my mom's a choir teacher, so Screamo is everything against her. But I remember saying, no, Mom, you have to listen to the bass line, it's going da 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 da. And but she couldn't get past the screaming. But now I just listen to music, like pop culture music, to stay relevant. But I've explored all sorts of music genres and really gotten to enjoy them because I'm curious why people enjoy it. I also love traveling. When I was a little kid, I remember talking to my dad and saying, Dad, I want to go to Europe. I remember learning about Europe. I was probably 5 years old, and so he got me a spinning globe for my birthday, which is still in my room. And I would look on the globe at night, and I remember being so curious about how everybody else lived their lives. And now I actually have maps all over my room. I have one that's, it's a world map from 1950, and it's longer than my wing spread, and which is interesting because geography is actually my worst subject. But yeah, so I've always wanted to travel, and then this summer I actually got to in Italy, and I had so much fun. And I met so many people and got to see that people really do live differently, and it is the way it's depicted in the books. Like Ernest Hemingway, I felt like I was living in an Ernest Hemingway novel, and it was so much fun. So, in conclusion, I don't think that curiosity is killing me, and I think it's because I'm a golden retriever spirit animal. And in fact, curiosity has enriched my life very much, and it's what makes me me.